Good day everyone, I am Chandra Grace BMNS from Vitalad HE1A and welcome to my video presentation for Module 4, Factors Affecting Child Development under Professional Education 1, Child and Adolescent Development and Learning Theories. As future educators, it's very important for us to understand the different factors that shape a child's growth and learning. By knowing this, we can better support our learners inside and outside the classroom. And today, we'll be focusing on two key aspects, the prenatal factors and cognitive development. Let's start with the prenatal factors. Prenatal factors are the environmental influences that affect a child while it's still inside the mother's womb. These experiences can have a lasting impact on child's physical, mental, and emotional development. And here's the key aspects included the prenatal factors. First is the maternal health. A mother's health condition during pregnancy, such as infections or chronic illnesses, can influence the baby's growth and brain development. Second, nutrition. Proper nutrition is very important. A mother's balanced diet helps form the baby's organs and support healthy brain development. Third, teratogens. These are harmful substances like alcohol, tobacco, and certain medications that can cause birth defects or developmental delays. So as you can see, here's the visual or the pictures of a pregnant mother with unhealthy foods and avoidable substances. As we can see in this picture, it shows some of the important prenatal factors that affects a child's development even before birth. On one side, we see a pregnant mother representing the importance of the maternal health. A healthy mother means a healthy baby. Next, we have a healthy foods such as fruits, vegetables, milk, and other nutritious meals. These are essentials for the baby's brain and organ development. Proper nutrition during pregnancy helps ensures that the child grows strong and develops normally. On the other side, we see harmful substances like alcohol, cigarettes, and drugs. These are called what? Right, teratogens, and they can cause birth defects or developmental problems. That's why it's very important for mothers to take care of their health, eat balanced meals, and avoid harmful habits during pregnancy because a child's development begins even before birth. As a future teachers or as a future educator, understanding these prenatal influences allows us to recognize why some children may face learning or behavioral challenges. For pre-service teachers, this knowledge helps them become more sensitive and understanding educators. Lastly, and for learners, we can advocate for early interventions programs or provide extra support for those who might have been affected by prenatal conditions. Next, let's talk about cognitive development. Cognitive development refers to how children think, reason, remember, and solve problems. It's about how their minds grow and mature as they interact with their surroundings. Piaget's cognitive development theory explained that children go through stages of thinking from simple to more complex forms. As teachers, we should give activities that match their developmental stage. Vygotsky's socio-cultural theory highlighted the role of social interaction and culture. He believed learning happens through communication and guidance from more knowledgeable people like teachers and peers. Information processing theory by Ziegler. This focuses on how children handle information, how they pay attention, remember lessons, and make decisions. Understanding cognitive development helps us design lessons that are suitable for our students, thinking lessons that are both challenging and achievable. As a future educators, I can apply this by giving scaffolded activities using real-life examples and encouraging exploration and problem solving. This promotes critical thinking and active learning among my students. So, let's talk about why this is important and why we should study this. In conclusion, studying the factors affecting child development from prenatal influences to cognitive growth is essential for every educators. Why? Because it helps us understand our learners' individual differences, responds to their developmental needs, and create an inclusive, supportive, and effective learning environment. By knowing how children grow and develop, we don't just teach lessons, but we shape lives. So, as future educators, let's always remember every child's development story is unique, and our understanding can make a difference in their learning journey. Thank you, and may we continue to grow as a compassionate and knowledgeable teachers. And once again, I am Chandy Grace BMNS from Bitalad HE1A.
Hi everyone, this is Mayan A. Lopez from Bitalad HE1A, presenter number 2 of Group 4. In this video, I'll be talking about language development, an important part of a child's overall growth and learning. Language development involves the acquisitions of communication skills which include both receptive language or understanding what others say, and expressive language or being able to speak and write to express oneself. One of the key aspects of language development is early language exposure. Children who are exposed to language-rich environments from an early age and to develop stronger language and literacy skills. According to Hart and Restley in 1995, frequent interaction and communication with caregivers play a big role in a child's language growth. Similarly, in Colt in 2007, emphasized that social interaction and caregiver responsiveness are essential for language development. Another important factor is bilingualism. Learning more than one language doesn't just help with communication. It also improves cognitive flexibility, linguistic awareness. As stated by Bialistic in 2001, this means bilingual children can switch between languages more easily and often shows better problem-solving skills. Now, let's look at the implications for educators. Teachers need to understand language development principles so they can create language-rich classrooms and support children who may have language impairment. For pre-service teachers or PSTs, this knowledge can be applied by designing learning environments that encourage communication, interaction, and self-expression among students. And finally, guidance for learners. Educators can further help students with language difficulties through individualized instruction, the use of assistive technology, and by working closely with speech-language pathologists. In summary, language development is not just about learning to talk, it's about building communications, understanding others, and expressing thoughts effectively. By providing rich language experiences, both at home and in school, we can support children in becoming confident and communicators and lifelong learners. That's all. Thank you.
Good day everyone. I am Rona Bea F. Barco, the third reporter from Study Hub number 4. So today, I'll be talking about social development, an important aspect of human growth that focuses on how people learn to interact and build relationships with others. So what is social development? Social development is the process of learning social skills, forming relationships, and understanding social norms and values. It helps us how to communicate, cooperate, and connect with others in a positive way. So, social development was also the theory of Lev Vygotsky, where he emphasizes that social interaction plays a fundamental role in cognitive development, where he believed that learning is a social process and that children develop intellectually through interactions with more knowledgeable others, such as parents, teachers, and peers. So now we'll proceed with the key aspect of social development. First, let's talk about the attachment theory by John Bowlby in 1988. He explained that the kind of attachment or bond a child forms with their parents or caregivers early in life affects how they relate to others as they grow up. A secure attachment helps build confidence, trust, and emotional well-being. Next is peer relationships. According to the study of Bukowski and his colleagues in 1996, our interactions with friends or classmates help shape our social skills and identity. Through our peers, we learn teamwork, empathy, and how to handle social situations properly. So the third key aspect is social emotional learning or SEL. The study of Durlach and his team in 2011 found that SEL programs help students understand and manage their emotions, show empathy for others, and build positive relationships. These skills are very important for both school and everyday life. So, for implications for educators of social development, teachers play a big role in supporting social development. By understanding these principles, educators can create a positive and inclusive classroom environment. They can also promote social emotional learning and encourage students to respect and support each other. So, for application, for pre-service teachers or PSTs, this means using your knowledge and social development to build a classroom atmosphere filled with empathy, cooperation, and respect. For learners, teachers can include social emotional learning or SEL activities that help students control their emotions, interact kindly, and develop healthy friendships. So, overall, social development is more than just making friends. It is about learning how to connect, communicate, and care for others. As future educators, let us remember that building strong social skills is a foundation for both academic success and lifelong well-being. So, that's all for my report. Thank you for listening.
Mr. Israel Balingit. In this video, I will be discussing emotional development, an important aspect of human growth that shape how we understand, express, and manage our emotions throughout life. Emotional development refers to the growth of emotional understanding, expression, and regulation. It's how we learn to handle feelings in healthy ways and connect emotional with others. The key aspect of emotional development, number one, is emotional regulation. Learning to manage and regulate emotion is crucial for good mental health and positive social interactions. According to Thomson, 1994, being able to control our emotion help us respond appropriately to different situations. Two is the temperament. Each person has a unique temperament which affects how they react emotionally. As Rothbard and Bates 2006 explained, temperament influence both emotional reactivity and regulation, meaning how strongly we feel emotion and how we deal with them. Number 3. Adverse childhood experience or ACEs. Exposure to trauma such as neglect or abuse can have lasting effect on emotional development and mental health. Found that this early experience can shape how a person handles emotion and relationship later in life. Implications for educators. Understanding emotional development allows educators to create a supportive and emotionally safe classroom. This can promote emotional regulation skills and use trauma-informed practices to support students who have emotional challenges. For pre-service teachers, as future educators, PST can use this knowledge to build a classroom environment where students feel safe, understood, and valued. When students know they can express their emotion freely, they're more open to learning and personal growth. Guide, Guidance for learners. Teachers can also guide students in developing emotional regulation strategies such as mindfulness, deep breathing, and reflection, and connect them to mental health resources when needed. In short, emotional development is not just about understanding feelings, it's about creating supportive spaces that help students grow in emotionally strong and resilient individuals. That's all.
Hi everyone, I am Nina Burial, the last reporter on Study Hub 4, and now I will discuss about the moral development. Development involves the growth of moral reasoning, values, and ethical behavior. Moral development theory by Lawrence Kohlberg, a devised theory of moral development which postulates that moral reasoning passes through 6 stages from early childhood to adulthood. Kohlberg's stages are sorted into 3 levels: the pre-conventional morality, conventional morality, and the post-conventional morality. Each stage involves a more advanced level of reasoning that coincides with cognitive development and life experience. And now I will discuss about the 3 key aspects. The first one is the Kohlberg theory in 1984. The second one is the social cognitive theory by Bandura in 1986. And the last one is the empathy by Asian Birds in 2000. The first one is the Kohlberg theory. Lawrence Kohlberg's moral development theory in 1963 to 1984 proposes that individuals progress through 6 stages of moral reasoning categorized into 3 levels. The first one is the pre-conventional level. Morality is based on obedience and punishment, stages 1 to 2. The second one is the conventional level. Morality is based on social norms and expectations, stages 3 to 4. And the last one is the post-conventional level. Morality is based on abstract principles and values, stages 5 to 6. Kohlberg's theory emphasizes the development of moral reasoning and its impact on behavior. The second one aspect is the social cognitive theory by Bandura in 1986. Albert Bandura's social cognitive theory, or the SCT, emphasizes learning through observation, imitation, and reinforcement. It is a key components including the observational learning, learning by observing others' behaviors and outcome. The second one is the reciprocal determinism, interplay between personal factors, behaviors, and environment. The last one is self-efficacy, belief in one's ability to achieve goals. Application. In education, modeling positive behaviors and promoting self-efficacy. Psychology, understanding behavior change and development. In health, promoting healthy behaviors through observational learning. The influence is the behavioral changes. SCT informs strategies for promoting positive behaviors, personal development, understanding self-efficacy, role in goal achievements. And the last one, key aspect, is the empathy by Asian Birds 2000. Nancy Asian Birds works on empathy highlights its crucial role in social and moral development. It is the key components including the affective response, understanding and sharing others' emotions. The second one is the perspective taking, seeing things from others' viewpoints. And the last one is the pro-social behavior. Empathy promotes helping and altruism. The importance of empathy is the moral development. Empathy fosters morals, reasonings, and behaviors. In social relationships, empathy enhances relationships and communication. Emotional intelligence. Empathy is a key component. In application, Parenting, modeling empathy promotes children's emotional intelligence. In education, teaching empathy is in school. In therapy, empathy is essential in therapeutic. Implication for educators, knowledge of moral development theories enables educators to facilitate discussions about ethical issues, promote empathy, and foster pro-social behaviors in the classroom. In the application, guidance for PST can use the knowledge to create a classroom environment that promotes ethical behavior, respect for others, and social responsibility. Guidance for learners, educators can facilitate discussion about moral dilemmas, encourage risk-taking, and provide opportunities for students to engage in community service and pro-social activities. In conclusion, this fact sheet offers practical application for educators and PSC, providing a foundation for understanding prenatal, cognitive, language, social, emotional, and moral factors in childhood development, ultimately guiding them to foster holistic growth in learner-centered development. The conclusion highlights the importance of understanding various development factors in childhood, including the prenatal development, laying the foundation for future growth. The second one is the cognitive development, understanding how children think and learn. Third one is the language development, fostering communication skills. The fourth one is the social development, promoting relationships and interaction. The fifth one is the emotional development, supporting emotional intelligence. And the last one is the moral development, guiding moral reasoning and behavior. By understanding these factors, educators and pre-service teachers of the PST can create learner-centered classrooms that promote holistic growth and development. This knowledge enables educators to tailor instructions to meet diverse needs, foster a supportive and exclusive learning environment, and encourage social, emotional, and moral growth. And that's all.